Hey everyone, I am Yvette Lloyd, host of Life Her Podcast. Thank you for tuning in tonight. I really appreciate you all for subscribing and listening on a daily basis of the amazing conversations that I have with other people and also my individual podcast. So, I had so much on my mind and I wanted to share a few things with you guys. But first and foremost, I want you to subscribe my YouTube channel, Life Her Podcast. Follow me on all social media platforms. And also, please don't forget to share an amazing podcast show that is relatable to you or a family member or a friend or someone. Spread the word that Life Her Podcast is amazing. I really appreciate y'all. so, I want to talk about the power of your circle. Um, a lot of times we have friendships and everyone in our circle, and we feel like they are always supposed to come with us. We are always supposed to save them. We are always supposed to just be there for them for everything. But at times, you have to have that cutoff moment where you have to choose you and you can't choose them anymore. Because a lot of times when we get in these friendships and relationships, we feel like we are obligated to their needs and their wants and their toxic ways, their messy ways that doesn't define us as an individual and help us grow. A lot of people are still at a mindset as a high schooler and still going through things, and they're wondering why their life is going a certain way when they're not making the changes in their life. And a lot of times those changes are the people that are sitting right in front of your face, those people that you be on the phone with every day and everything. So I want to know, like, have you guys ever heard of the saying, you are the average of the five people you spend the most time with? It turns out that there is a lot of truth to that statement. Your circle is the people that you surround yourself with and has been profound the impact of, of your life on a daily basis. And many times we find ourselves in that still position and we're wondering why we haven't moved forward. So, if you think about it, who are the individuals that you spend the most time with? Are they positive, driven, or motivated, or are they negative, complacent, or even uninspired? It's a lot of you could feel so inspired and you could be driven, you could be positive, you could be all of that. You could speak life into a friend and everything, but you have to stop and think about it. Like, is anyone speaking life into me? It's not going back and forth. Your circle shapes your mindset and your behavior and even your goals. And that matters a lot. And we have to always surround ourselves with people that's going in the same direction as us, and even that mindset itself, because mindset is everything. Because we get people that are entitled and feel like you are obligated to do things for them, and they don't like to see you grow. They love you still being in the same position that you were in even years ago. And they don't even feel comfortable with being uncomfortable to even proceed to move forward in life. And a lot of people deal with things like that. And when you surround yourself with like minded individuals who are passionate and hungry for success, their energy becomes contagious. So when energy becomes contagious, you just got that drive like, yes, I want to get this done. I want to do this, this, and that. I want to be in this position. I want to be the president of the company that I'm working for, or just even more than that. A lot of people just want to just be still, but we want it all. And the crazy part about it is you can have it all. It's just you got to be around those people that are contagious of that energy that drive you and push you forward, and you're more than likely to adapt to a positive habits and their work ethic and even their ambition. And it could be in a positive way because it could even be passionate too. Because when you see someone else moving forward, it's not even about you being jealous and envious of them. It's about you just paying attention to exactly what they do. See, in the past, even when I started my youth program for my girls, my daycare, anything that I had going on, and I went to different events and I participated in these events or even had conversations with people that are giving me interviews and everything. I made sure I included people in my interviews and I made sure that people came to these events with me. Now, when someone is taking you to an event and you like, okay, we about to go to this event and I may know all of the people. However, you are in position to maneuver that room. That means when you in a room, you supposed to work that room. You supposed to be able to network with all the people in that room. That person that brought you to the event, it is really not their responsibility to introduce you to every single body. You have to be able to do things on your own so you're able to move forward. Yes, of course, you may know an individual when I'm like probably sitting there talking to them. Hey, this is such and such, this is such and such. Just introducing somebody, that's a natural thing to do. It's the right thing to do. However, if we're all moving in a room and we're conversating with different people, don't stand there with me the whole time. You could go out and venture on your own and go talk to these different people, network and see what you guys have in common, what direction you're trying to go in your life. What do you want to do next? What's the next move? How are you going to pivot so that you are able to succeed in whatever goal that you have for your future, for you to be able to be and become the better version of yourself? And when you put these people in rooms, a lot of times they get upset with you because things not going their way the way they want it to. You put them in a room, you put them in that position, you give them the tools, you give them information. They're watching you on a daily basis on how you move, what you do, how you do it, who you connected to. They're seeing all of the gems right there. What would you need someone else for? And a lot of times I understand some people common sense isn't common all the time. However, you have to step out on faith and you have to believe in yourself. You have to push yourself to be able to do it, but you can't hold that person accountable to actually put you where you need to be, because you got to put yourself where you need to be. At the end of the day, all you have is yourself. You have to be able to do these things for yourself. And on the other hand, if your circle is consistent of people who are like negative and gossip and laziness, and you'll find yourself being dragged down by their influence also. So their negative attitude can chip away at your confidence and slow your progress. And you don't want to be around those type of people that slow your progress down. And a lot of times if you're around somebody that's motivated and you got someone else on the other side that is your friend too, they're not motivated and they're not doing nothing with their life. But at the same time, they in your ear like, man, why such and such ain't put you on, and why they ain't do this and do that. A lot of times the people on the outside of y'all circle will interfere what's going on in your circle. And then they will get to have your mind going and having you feeling some kind of way and all this and that, but they don't even know what's going on because they sitting at home, they watching TV, they scrolling on Facebook, they looking for all the negative things to say, they know everybody's business. They're not doing absolutely nothing in their life, but 9 times out of 10, a lot of people gravitate to negativity more than they do with positive. A lot of people can't handle positivity. It is like something that you really have to work on and be able to do because you're so used to the easy way out. The easy way out is being negative. The easy way out is being around people that aren't doing anything in their lives and don't want to move forward and rather sit around and talk about people and do absolutely nothing. But when you're being positive and you're doing God's work and God is telling you and navigating you where you need to be, a lot of people don't like that, because when you go in a positive route, you deal with more storms and more problems that come into your life. Why? I don't know. I never understood it too much. But what I do understand is every time I go through a storm and when I'm going through some sort of hardship, a blessing is always coming at the end, and it causes you to elevate and level up in life for you to be able to move forward and proceed on more things that he wants you to do. You graduated from the position that you were in before, and your spirit has shifted into growth. And a lot of times when you shift in that growth sprout, a lot of people will start to remove themselves from your life, say, or they say you acting funny, or you think you better than me and everything. And one thing I want you to know about people that have that mindset and say those things to you, they're predicting the things and saying the things that how they feel about themselves. Don't take on people's negative conversations of the negative things that they say about you, because 9 times out of 10 it's about themselves and how they feel about themselves. A lot of people play that manipulative games and try to make you feel less than who you are and not confident. And a lot of times people get confidence mixed with cockiness. Yes, I am doing well. Yes, I am doing this. It's okay to congratulate yourself. It's okay to speak highly about yourself. But a lot of times when you do things like that, people try to make you feel smaller and belittle you in a lot of ways where it's not fair. And it's not fair because sometimes those people will just make you feel depressed, stressed, you can't do it, you're not motivated and everything, and it just causes so much negative effects within you, like the toxic unsupportive circle, and you just don't want that. You really don't want that, because it's a lot. It's about you being able to not just immediate circle of your friends, and your circle extends to like people you follow on social media, the books that you read, the podcasts that you listen to, and are these influencers uplifting you and inspiring you? And you got to make sure they legit too, because some people is not really walking what they say they are, but some people just have a good word. So don't place your spirit into everything, but do things that's supposed to help you and help you elevate. Or are these people feeding you negativity and they're holding you back from the direction that you're trying and you are going into? But you got to understand too that some people want to be in that space, and you got to leave them there. And it's okay to leave them there, because maybe no, they might not always be there, but sometimes they will always be there for the rest of their life. It's just what it is. It's just how life goes. But you have to know how your life is going to go and where you need to go, and worry about yourself at some point and put you first. Because a lot of times we put people before us and we start to feel bad and want to give these people sympathy when we got to keep going. You had the power to choose your circle wisely. Surround yourself with individuals who are encouraged and support your dreams. Seek out mentors who have achieved what you aspire and even accomplish. Connect with people who challenge you to grow and become a better version of yourself. Being challenged is something so amazing. It feels uncomfortable sometimes, because I know I felt it plenty of times, and I just be like, "Oh my god, am I supposed to be here?" And it showed my lack of confidence within myself, because it's like I felt uncomfortable of being in rooms and wondering, am I supposed to be here? I'm dressed like this, but they're dressed like that. However, my mindset is where their mindset is at. And even with their mindset, even being the same as mine, in a sense, their mindset is way ahead of mine too. So that was that challenge. And that was the challenge that I love because I'm really learning more and more as the days progress from people that is doing way better than me. And, and just learning from people that's doing better than me, it helps me grow so much and it makes me so feel so much good about myself. But one thing about it, it's going to make you feel alone. You're going to feel alone in a lot of things because your conversations won't be the type of conversations that you could hear with people that you normally talk to on a daily basis. And when you feel alone, you have to be able to have conversations with those people that are in those positions and feel comfortable talking to them, because trust is one of the main things that I suffer from. Trusting someone is very hard for me to do. I am an introvert also, and believe it or not, even though I podcast, I don't like talking a lot either. I mainly 9 times out of 10 from all throughout the whole week, I am by myself. I'm doing things, I'm reading all the time, I'm listening to podcasts, I'm at my podcast studio learning so much more stuff. But it's just times where I need to get out of that shell because it's still a part of me that hasn't grown yet. And when that part of me grow, I will be able to move even further than where I am now. A lot of people think I'm far now, but in me, I don't think I am. I'm not where I'm at. I don't feel comfortable where I'm at. I always want more. I will never just feel automatically comfortable. I'm appreciative of where I'm at, and I thank God every day for putting me in this position and transforming me into this journey and enlightening me on a daily basis to let me know, like, you can do it. You are amazing. You have went through a lot. You may have lost your mom, but you didn't take too many losses because you found your blessings within that loss. You may have lost your husband, but you found other ways for you to navigate through life. And that I was supposed to be taken out. Like, I was supposed to be taken out. Like, I had close friends that was trying to take me out. And I don't mean take me out. It's like in a negative way. But I mean, like, take me out as far as bringing me down, not being supportive, or also them not even liking the things that I do within my personal life, and becoming jealous and envious and wanting to see me fail and thinking that I'm the bad guy and not being able to actually communicate with me. Communication is everything. I feel like if people have an issue and a problem with you, they should go to you and have these conversations with you instead of going to someone that else that doesn't know you, and they're going to give their own perception. Because a lot of times when you're connected to people that are successful, the people on the outside are jealous because you are connected to that person that is successful. So they will try to say things to the person that's in the middle so that they won't be around that person, because they want them to still be in the same position, because they don't want them to go far, and they wish that they were in their position in the middle, if you get what I'm saying. And you have to be careful with that. People talk too much. And when you talk too much, you will find your ways of not listening to what that person is saying. I don't talk a lot. I listen and I pay attention. Listen and paying attention to what people do and what people say, you will learn a lot about that person, especially when they're upset with you. You will learn when someone is upset with you, they will release a lot of things on how they've been feeling about you for a very long time. And I have to tell y'all, it's not, a lot of times it's not good to rekindle relationships. You should leave it right where it's at, because you have to understand God's mission and his assignment for you, and you got to understand what the devil is giving to you. and try to hold you back and bring you down and not put you where you need to be. So you have to understand that God removes people for a reason, and he don't want you to rekindle that relationship. It's okay to love people from afar. It's okay for you not to be around them every day. It's okay for you to not talk to them every day. It's okay for them to even be upset with you because you're not doing what you normally do with them. And they have gotten comfortable with that. A lot of people are used to people coming back into their lives after they hurt them and forgive them all over again. And then all they gonna do is just hurt you all over again. Who wants to keep going through that? I know I don't. So I'm saying to you, just understand too many chances could be too many. You need to have a cutoff mark. Just because you have years in this relationship or someone is your mother, your father, your grandmother, or anybody, it's okay to cut ties and go your separate ways and love someone from afar because that's just what you have to do. You know, you have to remember your circle should lift you up, provide guidance, and also inspire you to reach new heights. So take a moment to access your circle and also make any necessary adjustments that your success and happiness depend on it. And you always will need that. And I just want you guys to understand that you are able to do any and everything that you're able to do in life itself. And you have to be able to discover how having diverse perspectives, experiences, and skills in your circle and just broadening your horizons and fostering creativity and even enabling to see the world through different lenses. Like you have to understand that you have to be able to do that to be able to push forward in life and grow mentally, physically, emotionally, and spiritually. And you don't understand, the more you grow in these positions, the more peaceful your life will become. If you really just sit and think about it, a lot of times, a lot of problems in your life is from someone else. You trying to help them get somewhere, you trying to take them from somewhere, you just trying to do everything for everybody else but you. But you have to understand that like we discussed the potential of negative effects of toxic and unsupported circle, but you got to highlight the importance of the surroundings and overall with the individual who uplift you and encourage us. And if we are around people that actually do these things within our life, we don't got to worry about the negativity. Is not even useful. It's not even good for something for us to even do and be around. We living in different times now. So you're gonna have to figure out ways to even move forward and do what's best for you because it's your happiness, it's your success. And like I said, it depends on it. It does. So thank you so much of this power circle, and I hope you found it very valuable. And be sure to subscribe my channel and empowering content. And together, let's build a circle of positivity and success. And I just want to continue to motivate y'all and inspire you on so many occasions. I've had so many amazing people on my podcast show that is dropping gems that you usually pay money for. That is free, you know? And just hearing their stories and how they overcame something and how successful their businesses are. How did they start, finish, and even their upbringing? How did they grow up? Some people had a rough life, some of them didn't. But even either way, they made it. They succeeded. They're still succeeding. They're still moving forward. They're still just growing. They still want more. They're still dealing with storms, even in between the process. But just hearing all of these stories of different people on Life Her podcast, it has motivated me. It has helped me grow just even interviewing them and listening to them and connecting with them and still having relationships on the back end with many of them. I still talk to many of them, maybe not even on a daily basis, but we're still connected. Some of them even been on the show twice already because they're still growing. They're coming out with books, they're opening up a new business, they even grown their business in so many ways. But just having these relationships of people literally all over the world that I have on this podcast, you can't help but grow from it. You can't help but be positive and have a successful business or even have somebody to reach out to in the lane that you're in. So thank you everyone for tuning in to Life Her Podcast. Again, please subscribe. And if you guys have any questions or anything, please don't hesitate to reach out. I'm also in process of starting a group to help business owners, starting a group to help people that been through grief and just trying to have a conversation with someone or even just picking my brain and talk to me. And I feel like these groups are needed, especially when it's in a safe space and a vulnerable space for you to be able to be you. So thank you so much. I appreciate you all. Peace out.